Hey LeGrand Live, this is your weekly Newsish Roundup, brought to you by Grande Ronde Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Anything Too Digital, EONI, Valley Realty, and Country Financial and N+ewsish Tires. Don't forget about them too. The Addams Family is here in Union County. Everyone's favorite crazy, kooky, spooky family is at the Elgin Opera House. And last week, I got the opportunity to sit down with the cast and crew and talk to them about the show.
I had seen the movies, and I had seen the TV show on and off, and I loved everything I'd seen. I knew about the Addams Family and their stories.
They're kind of that iconic family that everybody knows about, but never really took off like the Munsters or some of the other big families. But the Addams Family is fun. This show could not have been cast any better.
Being able to show no emotion on your face, but completely get your point across with like nothing but like the quirk of an eyebrow or something. I love that. I love that.
Uncle Fester's an interesting character. He plays to the crowd more. He's like the narrator, and he's the one that wants everything to work out well, and everybody else is oblivious to everything, but Uncle Fester is a goof.
In this version of Morticia Addams, she cares about her family. She cares about total honesty.
The Addams Family, in my opinion, is the most loved Hollywood family. Everyone knows who the Addams Family are, and you will never, in any form of Hollywood or TV, see a healthier marriage than Gomez and Morticia.
Aside from the acting and the singing, our music director, Shahela, Shahela's phenomenal. She's done such a good job. And these guys in the cast have done an amazing job putting great chords together, and the dancing and the singing. It's phenomenal.
You'll love this musical because it's got dark humor, it's got the fun songs, it's got Gomez, Morticia, those guys, they're fun, so it's amazing. You gotta come see it. Get your tickets.
Looks fun, right? But the show isn't all fun and dancing. The show actually has some very powerful moral lessons behind it about love, marriage, and being a teenager. In the play, Wednesday Addams has fallen in love with a normal person. Go figure. But when the normal person's family comes to visit, the Addams family quickly learns that they're not the happy white nuclear family that they seem to be. They've got some issues too, and actually the weird Addams Family is able to, through the play, help the normal family to learn exactly how to love. The play is showing out at the Opera House next 2 weekends until Halloween. Tickets can be purchased at the doors or online at the Elgin Opera House website. This title story was brought to you by Country Financial, now located on Adams Avenue in downtown LeGrand. The Eastern Oregon Film Festival is here in LeGrand this weekend. Here's some trailers from some of the films. Yeehaw! Oh ho ho, my darling, your face is like the Venice sunset and your hair like fine spaghetti. Whoa, wrong trailer set, guys. Those aren't the real trailers. Here's the real festival trailers footage. The Eastern Oregon Film Festival is a beloved annual event here in LeGrand. Every year, dozens of film, music, and craft beer-loving people from LeGrand and Eastern Oregon and pretty much everywhere else mecca to our town to enjoy 3 days of films, live music, and other shenanigans. The people really love it.
The film festival is just one of those events, unique events in LeGrand that really, to me, puts LeGrand on the map. When I first moved here and I saw everything that was going on, the film festival really stood out as something that is really positive for the community. So
it's just such a cool thing to come to this town, and it's something so different, and it brings a different group of people together. It's kind of something everybody can do.
Every year there is an impression that is made that is, generally awesome for everybody, but usually uniquely wonderful to one or
Every year, the festival centers around the films, a happy medley of independent art, narrative, and documentary films, all brought to LeGrande by the hard work of Ian Clark, an EOU graduate, local filmmaker, and co-founder of the event, who gets the films. But while Ian is the content coordinator, much of the on-the-ground work in LeGrande is done and facilitated by Chris Jennings, including this year, the preparation of the film festival's new home, HQ, on Depot Street.
Really good to have a home for the festival. I had my business downtown. It would live out of that. Whatever office was is where it was, either White House Coffee or it was over here on Depot across from Benchwarmers for a while. And that always was the hub or the festival headquarters. So it feels really good to get a space that is viable for our community to come together and something we can count on doing more programming in, and it's really nice.
Now, Chris has been a member of the festival board since very early on in its life, and he says one of his favorite elements about what the festival brings to LeGrande is the diversity.
We bring a crazy diverse program to the table, and there is something for everybody, and we really honor and hope that we can see that same diversity in our audience, because we know it's here. We know that diversity exists in our region, and so we want to make sure it's very clear that we want to reach out to all people in our community and offer something, but then most likely rein everybody into one space, and so that we can have unified conversations or discussions about diverse topics in a diverse setting. And so that's kind of the big goal. And
this year, many of the films for the festival will be hosted at HQ. The first feature, this Thursday at 7 p.m., is called Everything Beautiful is Far Away. At the Granada, it's being shown. The rest of the festival schedule for this weekend can be found online or on their website. Festival passes will be available for pickup or purchase Thursday at noon at the new home HQ off Depot Street. This story was brought to you by And here's your upcoming events with Emily Adair and Get Out and Go.
Hi, I'm Emily Adair from Go Magazine.
And I'm Will Bowman from the Grande Live. This is Get Out and Go.
Eastern Oregon Film Festival is back for its 8th year. The 3-day filmmaking celebration will include screenings of 16 feature films and 20 shorts. The festival will also include discussions and workshops with accomplished screenwriters.
Some of the directors will also be in town for Q&A sessions following the screenings. And every night of the festival includes an after party with live music.
Some Halloween-themed events are still happening through the end of October, including pumpkin patches, corn mazes, and a haunted forest. A cider fest and pumpkin painting event are also coming up.
OK Theater is counting down to its 100th anniversary, kicking off with a taste of Terminal Gravity beer and pre-prohibition cocktails. Say that 7 times fast. Participants are encouraged to wear their period clothes.
For artists looking to keep busy, Go Magazine has details about theater auditions and exhibition submissions.
There's also info about some upcoming concerts and theater productions.
For more details, pick up a copy of this week's Go Magazine, which is inserted in the Observer and Baker City Herald. We're also online at GoNortheastOregon.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
From all local. Have you noticed there's more different people around? People that speak a different language and maybe are a different color than you? Well, the good news is there's going to be more of those people. And next week at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, up at EOU in Hoke 339, Manuel Padilla, who's an expert on global displacement and refugees, is going to come to LeGrande to talk to us about how we can be more hospitable and how we can better work with people who are just a little bit different than us. Be sure to check it out. And here's your local sports spotlight with Ronald Bond.
Hello, I'm Ronald Bond with the LeGrande Observer for LeGrandeLive.tv. You're watching the High School Sports Spotlight. We'll start out in football, where LeGrande moved to 2-0 in the Greater Oregon League with a 34-0 shutout victory over Mac High Friday. Parker Robinson again led the way for the Tigers with 4 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. The real story of this game, though, was the defense, which recorded its first shutout in 9 years. In the 2A ranks, Enterprise won its first Wapatai League game in 3 years, beating Union 27-0 Meanwhile, Imbler hung with Grant Union for a half before the prospectors used a big second half to pull away for a 68-16 win. And Elgin also earned a blowout victory over Mitchell Spray-Wheeler. And the local 1A game of the week was all Wallowa, which blasted Cove 66-8 behind 7 touchdowns from Gus Ramsden. The Cougars outgained the Leopards 631-75 on the night, and the win gives Wallowa the Old Oregon League title. We move to the pitch where the LeGrand girls soccer team is now 11-0 after beating Mac High Saturday and Nissa Tuesday. The Tigers have also won the Greater Oregon League title after Baker beat Ontario earlier in the week, which gives LeGrand the GOL crown for the 7th year in a row. Also over the weekend, Grant Union beat Union, which dropped the Bobcats into 2nd place in the Wapatai League. Also, Grant Union beat Union to drop the Bobcats to 2nd place in the Wapatai League. At the 2A ranks, Imbler beat Enterprise in a 5-set thriller Tuesday night for 3rd place in the Wapatai League, the 3rd time the teams have gone 5 sets. Also, Joseph upset Union in a 5-set thriller in a 1A versus 2A match, and in the 1A Old Oregon League play-in, Cove got beat by Griswold, and Wallowa, which was supposed to play Echo Tuesday night, saw its match move to today. The LHS soccer teams wrap up league play Saturday in Ontario, and both the Wapatai and Old Oregon League district volleyball tournaments take place Saturday. The Wapatai teams meet at Eastern Oregon University, and the Old Oregon League teams play at LeGrand High School. That's all we have time for today. Be sure to pick up a copy of The Observer every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and check us out online at legrandobserver.com. Follow me on Twitter at LGOBond, and look at legrandalive.tv on the interwebs.
And here's your EOU Sports with Ian and Kristen Around the Mountain in 90 seconds.
I'm Chris Duarte.
I'm Ian Dexter.
Welcome to Around the Mountain in about 90 seconds.
The EOU football team nearly came away with a big upset of number 7 Southern Oregon on Saturday, but fell just short in a 31-27 loss. Wide receiver Brennan Kelly had a career night, however, with personal bests of 9 catches and 206 yards receiving, along with a 66-yard touchdown catch. The Mountaineers next head out to Dillon, Montana for a game at Montana Western with kickoff at 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
Sophomore outside hitter Megan Bund was named CCC Red Lion Attacker of the Week after she led EOU to road victories over Warner Pacific and Multnomah. At Warner Pack on Friday, the number 14 Mounties were 1 point away from being swept, but battled back to earn a tough 5-set victory. They then followed up with a sweep of Multnomah on Saturday. EOU brings its 6th match winning streak home against Northwest and Evergreen for Dig Pink Breast Cancer Awareness Weekend.
Men's soccer got a sweep over the weekend with wins over Multnomah and Warner Pacific. The men defeated MU 1-0 and against Warner Pack broke out with 4 goals. Senior Julian Wells recorded the 3rd hat trick in program history and now leads the team with 6 goals.
Women's soccer also picked up a 2-0 win over Warner, goals coming from Kaylin Kopel and Taylor Boyer. The ladies are currently on a 7-game winning streak and atop the CCC conference, as both soccer teams are on the road versus C of I and Rocky Mountain.
In cross country, the men's and women's teams competed at the Lewis Clark State Invitational in Lewiston, Idaho. Senior Rachel Rowley set a personal record, finishing in 10th place with a time of 17:52.8 to lead EOU to a 5th place finish against Division I opponents. The men placed 4th overall with Nick Mask placing 45th and Lane Edwards taking 47th overall.
Just a quick reminder, men's basketball starts this Friday in Kirkland against Fraser Valley, and women's wrestling heads to Umpqua for their first duel. The men's wrestling team will also be competing tonight at 7 p.m. in their wrestle-off at Quinn Coliseum. And the women's basketball team hosts an annual alumni game this Saturday night after volleyball. Well, that's a wrap for us here at EOU Athletics. Join us next week for another 90-second edition of Around the Mountain.
And that's your weekly Newsish Roundup. This roundup was brought to you by Ronde Hospital, Anything 2 Digital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, EONI, Valley Realty, Country Financial, and Les Schwab Tires. Please like and share the video and tune into legrandalive.tv for more local content. I'm Will Bowman.